Nobody's in here yet. I guess because I got the post up on Facebook. What's up, Pal Meadow? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Might be a one-man show. Kind of what it's starting to look like. Oh, I hope you're having a good day. It's been rainy and cold here. Let's see what they've been talking about. There's David Martin, Creole. What's going on? Mountains are supposed to get some snow tonight up here in our North Carolina mountains. So, and a frost warning. A little bit late in the season, but we've had it later, I guess. Just got the notifications. They're coming. What's up, Terry Lane? Oh, hope everybody's having a great day. Little rain and cool. Probably would have been a great day to be on the water. Though a lot of people are traveling right now, getting headed to Wisconsin to go catfishing, catching channel cats. Lyle and all this probably Lyle and them might be already there. I know they're supposed to left out early this morning, headed that way. The rest of them's on the road. They're so go. I hope they do good and have fun and be safe. That's a long trip. Long trip. What's up, Bobcat Outdoors? Catfishing with Pappy. Yeah, I've been missing a few names in here lately. Georgia Fisherman. Some of y'all hadn't been in here in a while. Appreciate you coming back and joining us. We're just going to try to wing it tonight. Guys and gals, I've been down for over a week in my back, actually, since the tournament. What's up, 812? Been down bad, PD. And so I haven't got a lot done and haven't even concentrated on doing shows. And I do apologize. We got some people lined up for future shows that's already on the schedule. So, but tonight we're going to pretty much wing it and see what we can get done. Yeah, I got a bad back, and most of y'all know that. But I've been hurting in a place that I don't never hurt, and it's got me very concerned. What's up, Mr. Robbie? There's Fishing with a Squirrel. There's Chad. I didn't know if y'all be in here tonight, not Chad, or not. Y'all been on the road. What's up, Chris? Muddy River Catfishing's in the house. Hope everybody's doing good. Well, let's start this out. Justin Fishing Fetish. Let's start this out like we always do. God bless America. God bless each and every one of you and your families. Mr. Dieter Melhorn. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that are endowed by their, oh my God, I just went brain dead. They are endowed by their creator with unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Mr. Dieter Melhorn has joined us in the house. Skin and Scales. Fishing with the Chad. Y'all just got to Wisconsin or eating. Everybody's listening on my phone. I appreciate that, Chad. Hope everybody's doing good. Figured Dieter would be doing a cold, rainy video for today. Yeah, we hadn't got above 50 here and been a cold, windy rain. 3+1 outdoors. But I can't believe our mountains is going to get a little bit of snow tonight. They hadn't had much snow this winter. They hadn't had much snow in the past couple winters, not like they're used to having. Country boy fishing. All right, we're going to talk a little bit. Everybody, say your prayers tonight before you go to bed for the people that's traveling up to Wisconsin, going up there to Manitoba to catch those big old channel cats. I'm jealous. I love catching channel cats. I always have. That's a fighting, cotton picking fish. We talked a little bit about it Monday night. Actually, we talked a lot about it. So, guys and gals that's on the road, please be safe. And the ones that's there, have fun. Enjoy it. Hopefully, in a year or so, we can fly up and do it. There's no way I can make that I could make that trip on by road. No way, no way, no way. But it would be fun. We got a lake around here that David Martin's trying to get me to go with him, and I will be jumping on the boat with him as road hiss. And supposedly it's got some good channels in it. Lake Wiley no longer has good channels since the flatheads and the blues got put in there. And it never really had monsters. Up into the teens was probably some of the biggest that I've heard of coming out of there. Maybe once in a while you'd hear of a bigger one being caught, but you didn't know whether that was true or not. I'm thinking that the colder water maybe has something to do with the fish getting bigger. I don't know. What's up, Bernie Brown? So I don't know how many's going up there to catch those big old channels, but it's I know they're going to have fun. But while we on the thing of channel cats, where y'all from? Please let us know. Are the channel cats good size in your neck of the woods? I meant to ask that the other night on Catfish Weekly because I'm trying to see if there's a pattern on size. I know the world record supposed to come out of Santee Cooper with 58 pounds. The pictures are pretty sketchy. Dieter went over and he done a video on it. The pictures are pretty sketchy as to whether it was or it wasn't. I mean, the record's there and it's going to stay there until somebody breaks it, which I don't know if that record will ever be broke, but it very well could in other places, say up in Manitoba or the Red River or places where they already catch big channels. Got some decent ones. Yeah, one too. I've seen you post us some decent ones. Yeah, good channels. Actually, I don't know what Dieter's PB is on his channel out of the lakes around this area. We got a couple of lakes that could produce some good channels. But I don't know if it's the competition in the lake keeps it down or if them flatheads eat their share of channels or the blues eat their share of channels. I don't know what the difference is why some lakes produce a bigger channel cat than others. I guess that's the same goes true for blues and flatheads and everything else. 13 pounds of Lake Wiley. 10 to 15 years ago. That's still a good freaking channel. Been a long time, Dieter, since we've seen them kind of weights. I have been seeing some 5 and 7, up to 7 pounds here lately coming out of Wiley. So hopefully they'll make a good comeback. About 7, 8 pounds. That's what most people's are, is around 6, 7, 8 pounds. And yeah, you're right, Palmetto. Most people don't weigh them. But they are the white catfish. Road Hiss has some 20-pound channels. Yeah, I definitely want to go to Road Hiss. There are some white catfish that in the wintertime when the blues and the channels don't have a lot of color to them, being down deep in the water, you might very well catch a white catfish and think it's a channel. I think Dieter done a video on that a long time ago. Dieter, if you did, post up the link to that video because I'd be interested to go back and watch it because you could actually break a record of the white catfish and never know it. What's up, Avid? Mr. Gadget? Bigger, huge channel. Yes. 10 or bigger is a huge channel. 2 old vets, what's going on? Yes, it does. 12 to 15, not sure exactly. Videos on his channel. There's juniors in the house. Creole. But now I know there's some waters out there that's got some good channels in there. And most people don't target them, but probably catch more than they realize. Mike Greenwell's in the house. Anytime you throw those 4, 3, 4, 5-inch bluegill, you could get into some monster channels. What's up, Glenn's Outdoors? Jade, those daggum channels love live brim, live bluegill, whatever y'all want to call them, sunfish. They will kill them. I've had channels just crush them and not eat them. Why? I don't know. I don't know if they just get pissy or what it is, but I've had them mashed flat. I've had them to have the scales knocked off of them, and you can see the bite marks on them. It's just like they're trying to kill them, and maybe they plan on coming back and eating them. I don't have a clue. No, there's a white catfish, Pawpaw, and there's a white bullhead. This is the white catfish actually favors a channel cat. It has a forked tail and all, like a channel cat. I figured Dieter might post up his link to that, or he's probably trying to find that video. It's probably way down in his library. But there's a white catfish, and then there's a white and yellow and brown bullheads, I think, or black bullheads. I don't know. I don't know the difference in the bullheads. But it favors the channel catfish. If I'm not mistaken, to me, they look like they got a smaller mouth than a channel does. A channel has a little bit wider mouth the way it's shaped. Thank you, Sogo. 39. Appreciate y'all getting the numbers back up, guys. But go for some records in your lakes. I watched a video, been watching some videos. The lady that's got, what's up, Camo? Oh, that's Bone Collector. That's Brian's in the house. What's up, Brian? Line Class Records. And she was out catfishing. Now, she got her feelings hurt a couple times. Oh, excuse me. But she was throwing, there's Matthew Anthony. She was after some big flatheads and some big blues with 2-pound and 4-pound line. And the last one she fought for a long time. He got her right next to the boat, and it finally broke her off. I don't know. That's what I was thinking, Dieter. They got, from what I could tell, they look like they have a smaller mouth, but there's a different number of the rays of the anal fin. I'm not sure how you would be able to tell them apart except from that. I don't know if they spot up like a channel cat does or not. Editing and listening. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I listen to a lot of guys on y'all shows. I'm sitting there making bobbers or laid down and took my glasses off and I can't see crap. Do a lot of listening. But a lot of our waters, got a plot color channel. It was white and black. Oh, piebald. Yeah, Michael, I have yet to catch a piebald. I know it'll come one of these days, but I've seen some beautiful ones posted up. Your editing's done for the week. You don't ever weigh channel cats. Yeah, Matthew, I mean, most people don't, unless it's a huge one. But, you know, if you got a chance to get yourself into record books, why not try it? Your lake might not produce world class or world record fish, but your lake might produce line class fish records. And to me, that would be fun, just trying to break a line class record. Back or white cats. Wait a minute. They do have smaller mouths than a typical blue. That's what I was thinking, Brian. I wasn't sure. I tried to remember from some of the videos I seen some guys that was catching those white catfish. They looked like they had a smaller mouth to them. And I caught a blue one day out fishing with a guy, and we wasn't so sure it wasn't a white, but if it had been a white, it would have doubled the daggone world record. So I don't think it was. I think it was just a blue with a very small mouth. But it come out of deeper water and it was cold. So it was so light, it was almost white. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Can't find where to post for line class records. Huh. That'll be interesting. I'm going to have to do my homework on that, guys, and do a post up on that. Line class records. If any of you know where you can look up line class records for states and stuff, please post it up in here if you don't mind. What's up, Mike Lewis? It's I've always been I've caught a lot of fish, micro light fishing with 2-pound line, crappie fishing, and bluegill fishing. I've caught 6 or 7 pound largemouth on 2-pound line. Now that line, while I was in a small farm pond, it was not around any brush or anything where it could get tangled up. And I had good reels. Now the reel that lady and rod that lady was using, I'd hate to see how much they spent on that rod and reel. The drag when he showed, it was the guy that was doing the filming for his wife. She was the one chasing the records. A 26-pound albino was caught Saturday in Greenville, Mississippi, had blue eyes. They say it was not a true albino because it had the blue eyes. Yeah, true albino, supposedly all of them had pink eyes. But her reel, the drag on there was just silky smooth. And you would have to have a killer drag system to go with that light of line to chase records. But I think it'd be interesting, especially if you got a lake that's close to your house, that you fish a good bit, that probably don't hold world record fish, but it might have world record line class fish in it. So look into it, guys. Do your info, try to find it, say, hey, look, this is something I've done. I chased it and I've done it. Now you are allowed to use like a leader of heavier line, especially for like catfish and stuff that has sharp barbs or whatever on their fins that can cut that line. But I don't know. Some of them you have to have the whole line on your reel be spooled with it. Sometimes you have to have just a piece of line in it. I don't know exactly how that gets into it, but I was thinking about that today when I was watching some of those videos, that it was amazing. You would think that a big catfish to stretch or something like that would be unreal, but you could tell when the fish broke off. When the fish broke off, he swirled at the top of the water. This was not a little fish. Now, she had a long rod that was whippy about like a fly rod would be. And I'm sure that might be something that you would maybe have to use as something like a fly rod that has a lot of flex, but enough to keep tension on that hook and stuff. It might be, Justin, the IGFA. It might very well be. JR, be safe out there. What's up, Big Mike? You go out there on that water, please be safe. Going to be nasty and going to be chilly tonight. Take your rain suit. Yeah, take your rain suit. Rain might be through for tonight. I don't have a clue. I don't watch TV. But yeah, look into the IGFA. That might be, like Justin said, that might be where the line class records are held. And then you could probably break it down in categories of your state and what type of fish it is. Be interesting. I want to see some. I'd like to see some records broke. That would be something I would love to get into. Now, you would probably have to invest in a special rod and reel to do that. You got heat in an enclosure. There you go. Might be a good night, Junior. Might very well be a good night because they're going to be loading up. Spawn is around the corner, guys and gals. Spawn is around the corner. I love it, 2 vets. I mean, I love light action. I think that's why I like them cheap rods I got. Them old whisker system rods. I like them. Now they got that parabolic bend all the way to the handle. A lot of people don't like that, but I mean, you catch a 10-pound blue, it's fun. You catch a 40-pound blue, it's fun. I've handled up to 44 pounds with that rod. I've had that rod jerked sideways in a stand and be hung up on the bottom, and it didn't bust it. Which I don't know how in the heck it didn't bust that rod. I still got it. How it didn't bust that rod, I don't know. Y'all was on there with me. I was live and had a flathead on when that rod got hung up. Oh, I hear you, country boy. No, you didn't tell me. That's pretty cool. Got to let us know so we can shout you out. Country boy will be going live after my shows, guys. You going to be on the water fishing? I used to do it a lot after Sarah. When we had yakking with Sarah, she'd go, when her show would go off, I'd go live, but I'd be on the water fishing. And that was some fun times, guys. That was some fun times. Sometimes we put fish in the boat. Sometimes we didn't. But it was a good live show. We was always on the water. And hopefully, when this gas BS gets over with, we're going to get back on the water. Me and the wife's talked. I'm getting called up, getting the barbers called up. So hopefully we can do it. I think the spawn has begun down here already. Water temps at 72. Fishing 101. I hear you. There's Larry Neal. What's going on, guy? Larry, May the 22nd, we're having a work day at Camp Centurion. May the 22nd. David, I will be giving you a holler tomorrow, too. And if any of y'all are local guys and you want to come up to Camp Centurion, May the 22nd and help us out, we would very much appreciate it. Mainly going to be just yard work and stuff like that. So, yeah, the spawn's right around the corners, guys. I don't know. I haven't heard if the flatheads are slowing down right now on their bite or not. From what I understand, the flatheads go first. And then the blues. Never heard when somebody says the channels go. I know the catfish try to wait till everything else is spawned out so their babies got plenty to eat. Plenty to eat. But I haven't heard if the flatheads are slowed down. If any of y'all in here that's been fishing, has the flathead bite slowed down? I know it was hot. I was seeing flatheads every day on videos. JR said he need him a cheeseburger out there on the boat. Guys and gals, David and the Big Nasty and all your other guys out there cooking on the boat. That's one of the next things I'll be buying to put on my boat when I get started on it is a grill. Gotta have a grill. I done got out there and lived off cheese crackers for too many nights or too many days on that daggum. Flatheads are still chewing good. It's cold weather coming in. It's going to keep that water down chilly. It might postpone the spawn around this area, which would be a good thing for our local fishermen. But now, I got to ask the question. I got a place that I know on Lake Wiley that I can fish off the bank and catch beanie weenies, Jay. Yeah, beanie weenies buying the sausage and crackers. You daggum right. More than one night I've lived off them things. The flatheads are still biting. Matthew and JR said they're still biting. They're still biting. As soon as they lock down, they're going to start gutting the fish. We got a show coming up in a couple weeks. We're going to have Michael Murphy back on, the flathead guy. And back by request from y'all, one of the first persons I've had a request to come back on the show. Very smart guy. He's out beating the flatheads in the head now. They said give him a couple weeks. Let him get some patterns and stuff set up, and he'll be ready to come on and do some shows. Can't wait. That's going to be a good show. So when I announce it, guys and gals, make sure you break out your pens and piece of paper. He's going to be bringing the info to us. Thank you, Creole. Thank you. It will sure be put to use, my friend. Well, I would say the man is on the fish right now. Mr. Michael Murphy, look at that big old blue. That's a fish. Son, gun, that's a fish. Anyway, guys and gals, any money donated to here goes straight to an account for Camp Centurion. So, Creole, I do appreciate that. I thank you, my friend. Thank you. I just lost train of thought. Oh, a bait I was going to ask you about. I got a place on Wiley that I know I can go down on the bank and catch the golden shiners. Big golden shiners. Now, I know everybody says that they don't do good for cut bait. I've heard a lot of people say that. They've never caught anything. What's up, Cat Kings? Never caught anything on those big golden shiners. Now, we used to catch the crap out of huge, big, largemouth bass on those big gold shiners. That's a beautiful fish. I just wonder if that's what I'm saying, Peace City. That would have channel cats, yes. That would have to be a killer live bait. They're lively. They're always swimming. We take little tiny hooks and a loaf of bread, and you just squeeze a little piece of bread on there, and we catch them. We was using little cane poles. We'd go up there in the woods, cut us a little cane pole, and flicking it out in the water and wearing them rascals out. They're beautiful. I used to take and keep them in a fish aquarium because they're beautiful, big orange fins on them that's gold looking. But they would have to be a killer flathead bait, man, or big channels and float them underneath my bobbers. That's what I'm talking about. Just float them around and see what takes place. They're lively. They're shiny. They catch a lot of attention. And if they're in the water, they're going to be eat. You know that, guys and gals. They got to be eat. So I want to go down there and catch some more of them and put some on them floats and go to a couple places that I know is a good stump field, got some flatheads in it. David's got some places. And I just want to see. That might be the bait that I've got another technique that I want to start working on. I have to run a boat about like a bass boat, but like pitching a jig, pitching in and around structure and stuff like that. Is take that big old jig head and stick it right in the mouth of that golden shiner and pull it up between his eyes. And start pitching him in and out around docks and skipping him underneath big old, old boat houses. Used some last year, didn't catch nothing. Don't know if you have them down there or not. Creole, I think you do have them down there. There's a guy that's on YouTube that does some bass fishing. He's a crazy rascal, does some crazy stuff. He uses the big gold shiners going after largemouth bass. Big ones. He throws freaking huge ones. It looks like yellow shad, yeah. I've heard, Larry, people say they've tried them for cut bait and stuff and never get a hit off of them. It just blows my mind because there's so many in there and they're big. They're just, I don't know. They look like they'd be good bait. Might not be, but it makes you wonder why. That's like I've never caught a freaking fish off a warmouse. I got a pond back here that's got some big freaking warmouse in them, but I can't. For sure, bass and pike love them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and bass will wear them out. So you'd think a catfish would, especially old flathead. Anything swim by him. What's up, JP3? I mean, I'm just trying to think outside the box. That you didn't know you had moon out till last year. You know, I'm trying to figure out a good lively bait to throw on my floats. So if people asked about baits, I know bluegill. I love bluegill. They're a very lively fish. And guys, some of the ways that I use bluegill is that back fin. A lot of people cut their fin all the way off. I don't. I come right, like this is the fin right here. I'll come right back here and cut into the meat just a little bit and cut this bottom part of the fin off. And what it is, they aren't as oily as some of the other cut baits. You're right. I'm talking about using them live. But cut into the meat just a little bit and then take that bottom part of that tail off. And that will cause that bait to run upright. Well, if you cut into the meat just a little bit, he will drip a little bit of blood. He'll drip it. You go right almost to the backbone where the backbone ends at the tail. Almost to where the backbone, and that's where you cut backwards into the body. And take that out, and he will drip a little bit of scent and blood. Hey, creek chubs might work, buddy. We got some little knotty heads and other things. I'm sure that in Wiley, that if you go into the mouth of these creeks that feed in there, there are probably some in there. I don't know. Nobody ever catches them because nobody ever fishes for them. But I'm sure if you'd go back up in that area and throw a net, you might very well catch them. So they might be good bait, just like there used to be a lot of eel in Lake Wiley. I haven't heard of anybody catching any eels lately in Wiley. Because I know there's quite a few people like eel, and I'm sure down around the coast, down there where PD and them are, there's tons of eel in them waters that the eel is a killer bait. Chubs. I mean, guys, there's no magic bait out there. You know, chickens just to prove it. Chicken livers, stink baits. That all proves that the catfish will eat. If you put it on his nose, he's going to eat. So there's no magic bait. Now, I think, and this is my personal opinion, I think that there are baits that will entice the catfish a little bit more. What's up, Paul Frick? Will entice the bite a little bit more. I'm a person that if it's on the bed spawning, that's the bait I'm throwing. Otherwise, if the crappie are on the bed, then I'm throwing crappie for bait. Where legal. North Carolina, it's legal for us to use crappie as bait or game fish, as long as we catch it with hook and line and rod and reel. It's legal, and as long as it's within the amount of fish that we're allowed to keep and size limit. I looked up at that light, and I'm blind now. B&M Silver Cat Bumping Rod, you won on Mike Greenwell's stream show. Oh, I hear you. What's up, Mike Irvin? Pawpaw. But from what I've seen, I don't think there's too big a bait that you can throw for a flathead. I got a guy that I'm going to be bringing him on the show. He fishes a lot of local tournaments around here. He's won some. They won a championship. But he swings for the fences every time he goes fishing. The other night, he had a fish to break off, and he don't break off many fish, but he had a fish to break off that took a 14-inch crappie. A 14-inch crappie, guys, that buried the rod in the water off the side of his boat and was ripping drag. Think about the size of flathead or blue that would have took a live 14-inch crappie. When we get rushing water around here from the floods the first day or two that they releasing it, I got to try that bumping technique. I think now after about day 4, day 5, our lazy lake fish, they're headed for the shelter. They want to get out of that current. But I think the first couple of days is probably a good freaking day to try the bumping. Go up into the river section of Wiley. What's up, Epic? I think that'd be the only time that we could try it around here is when they're pushing water, a lot of water. But when they're doing it up there on Wiley, that water gets pretty quick because our lake narrows down a good bit. And I think old Mr. Glenn fishes up there a lot. I might be wrong, Glenn. You can correct me if you want to. Swing for it too. They downsize the bait and put the fish in the boat. I don't go for small fish. There you go, Brian. That's me. Swing for the finches. Banging the ditches. There you go, Epic. Live feeder mice for bait. Because don't be saying that on here, Justin. I don't think it's legal to use anything like a mammal or anything for bait. I think it'd be a good bait, but what's up, Auntie? I know, Glenn, when the first couple of days of heavy rain and the water's running hard up through there, I'd like to try it. I really would. I think we could do it. But you know, our old lake catfish, after about the 4th day, them fat, sassy rascals are going to be getting out of that daggum current. They're going to go hide. But I think it would be a good time to do that, is set up your trolling motors and get yourself set up where you can drift. And it does. It looks like fun. And I could do it. I believe if I had somebody to help me run the boat, I believe I could do it like old Bill Dance. I watched his video. He was sitting down and bumping. As long as it's not DNR regulated. It might not be. I don't have a clue. I just heard some people talking about not being able to use a mammal or any kind of rodent like that for bait. I think you ought to be able to, because I know I've got some big artificial mice that I threw for bass fishing, and I've had them suckers slam off the face. I've had them smack 6 foot off the top of the water by bass. And I've had them hit by some fish that I don't know what it was. I never got them in. It might have been a big largemouth, or it might have been a big catfish that grabbed that bait, and I never got to see it. He broke me off. I was throwing 10, 12-pound line bass fishing, so was not ready for a 30-pound flathead to grab it and run for the hills. But I've had a lot of big topwater baits get slammed, and I broke off bass fishing, and it made me wonder. I don't think that was a bass. Snakes, yeah. Yeah, check your local regulations when you think about doing anything that's outside the norm. Just to be on the safe side, guys, you don't want to carry a ticket home. What's up, LG Bass? Mr. LG Bass put some bigs on the boat. I think he broke his dadgun PBs twice in that one day. Congratulations, buddy. It gets crazy for a few seconds. Oh, I'm sure it does. Uh, Caught a lot of fish on mice. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that one bit. I wouldn't doubt that one bit. Yeah, I mean, like I said, bass fishing, I always throw them big 10, 12, 14-inch rubber worms. But a lot of times when people was bumping the bottoms, I was taking the weight off and slithering them across the surface of the water. And that water does explode. Lord have mercy, it ain't nothing like having fish slam the top of the water. What's up, Irvin? Now, swallows. They but think about it, guys. That guy he ain't in here tonight. One over catfishing. Catches a lot of catfish on the surface. I think on that one video, it was like a 48-pound flathead grabbed a big old brim off the surface of the water. He was pulling it behind a planer board with no weights on it. Otherwise, the bait was free lining, just like free lining a bait, but it was behind a planer board at night. And that flathead grabbed that son of a gun off the surface of the water. It's like somebody throwed a big car in the water or a Volkswagen in the cotton pick of water the way it exploded. So I guess what I'm getting to, guys and gals, is that now is the time to try these different techniques that you thought about but don't know about. You're on the fence and thinking, I don't know if I need to do that or I want to do that. Now is the time to try it. The fish are eating. They get ready to go on to bed to spawn, and the bite's getting ready to shut down. Right now, they're putting food in their belly. They want to eat. They want to gorge. They want to get so full they feel like they're going to puke. So that will sustain them all the way through the spawn, because during the spawn, they're not going to eat. They might kill something that gets in their face, but they're pretty much I'm back. I hope y'all still in here. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. I had my power flickered and surged, and then all of a sudden I was gone. Sorry about that. We lost some people. I appreciate the ones hanging out in here. I don't know what happened. The power flickered, and I think my internet had to reset. Appreciate y'all guys. It means the world. Yeah, I went over there and the internet flickered and went off, and then I guess it has to do a self-diagnostic before it come back up. What was that Matthew was saying? I knew y'all would probably keep yourself entertained. Catfishing. I'm gonna tell you what, guys. Somebody needs to open up. We used to have on Lake Wiley a hot dog boat that sold hot dogs and chips and drinks. They might have had hamburgers. I don't remember. The guy used to make a killing. I know Matthew remembers it. I don't know if anybody else in there. I know Dieter remembers it. I don't know how many more of you is in here old enough to remember that rascal. But if somebody had a big old giant houseboat or something like that and can make a daggum another food boat, I'll tell you what, Buckeye. Since you give it away, let's pick a name then. Hold on, let me turn my volume down. For all of you that stayed in here, we'll do that. Now remember, if I pick your name, you gotta contact me. Palmetto Cats. Send me your name and mailing information, and we'll get a set of bobbers coming your way. Just let me know what color, my friend. There's Feral TV. Glad to see y'all come in here. Now, guys and gals, check out this channel. Well, check out each other's channel. If you're not subscribed, please share the debate, share the love. This man and his wife do some great catfishing together. They're very entertaining. Thank you for producing stuff for us to watch. Everybody, check them out. Redraw. All right, Palmetto. Here we go. Yeah. I know that person's already got a half a dozen of them, too. Mr. Glenn Catfishing. Glenn's Catfishing. He'll probably tell me to redraw again. If he does, then we'll do that again. He got us at the tournament. So let's go ahead and see. Let's draw one more just in case. We'll spin her up, and fishing with the squirrel. Mr. Glenn and Fishing with the Squirrel, send me your mailing address and tell me what color you want. We got green, we got blue, we got pink, and we got orange. Send me your information, and we'll mail y'all out a set of the Patriot floats. You daggum right. The hot dog guy, I'm telling you what. Glenn said do a redraw for him. All right, we're going to do one more draw. Boom. Feral TV. Feral TV, contact me through Messenger or text me at 704-600-8369. Get y'all a set of floats out to you. Congratulations. Thank you for your support. Thank you for coming in and watching. Everybody, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, the likes, the shares, and all that other good stuff. But congratulations, Feral TV and Squirrel. Contact me. Send me your information so I can get y'all some floats out. I appreciate your support, guys and gals. What time is it now? We got a few more minutes. All right. BR 549. Two old vets. They probably ain't too many people in here old enough to remember what that is. BR 549 and where it come from. Good night, Epic. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, that come off. Hee haw. There you go, Buckeye. BR 549. Yeah, I am too, guys. That is the talk of the veterans right now. So I'm sure that next year we're going to have a lot of veterans that get involved. There was quite a few guys that fished by themselves because they was expecting a veteran to come and get on boats with them. And I apologize. I can't make people come, you know. So, I mean, LG Bass, I thank you, my friend. He come down here with an empty boat, expecting a veteran to get on the boat with him, and we didn't have one to get on the boat with him. And I apologize, but there's a lot of talk. So next year, I think we're going to have a lot of veterans come join us. I was hoping this year we would have, but hey, it happens. It happens. I think a lot of them didn't really know what we was doing or didn't understand what all we was going to do. So they didn't really come out. But now the first one's out and done, then we will have it. Yeah, per there, two old vets. Yeah, I would really, truly love for you and your wife to come down and join us. This tournament is for y'all. It's for 812. It's for all y'all guys and gals in here that has put your life on the line for this country. Hats off to y'all. Yeah. Now, yeah, you're right, Palmetto. Now that they've seen it, they got to see the pictures. They've got to see the videos. Bud talked it up. Yeah, Buckeye didn't get a vet either. Yeah, and I'm glad y'all had a good time. And I think that's what it was. They really just didn't know what to expect. But that's all right. Now they do. What's up, Willie P? Willie P 48. All right, one last question for y'all, and I want to see answers over here, guys. I want to see answers. One last question. What is a technique that you thought about using for catfishing that you never hear anybody say that they've done? What is a technique that you wanting to try, but you haven't? There's Sam Martin. Who else? Hagen Grubb's in the house. What's going on, Hagen? Skin and Scales. Sam Martin. Appreciate that guy from North Dakota, USMC. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for what you've done for this country. My hat's off to you, my friend. I know North Dakota is a long way from North Carolina, but next April the 16th, fly your tail into Charlotte, North Carolina, and come on down. We'll put you on a boat for this tournament, my friend. Would love to have you here. Any of your veterans, people that's got family, friends, loved ones, whatever, help get the word out for next year. All right. Back to the question. Using a balloon to float my bait way out. Balloons. Yeah, I know. I've heard. I've seen people use balloons to float their baits, like using a bobber. I've seen people use balloons in place of the peg floats on the Santee rigs. Buckeye catfishing. I want to say balloon bait backside of Wiley Dam. Yes. Perfect place for it. Old school using balloons. That's free lining, huge baits. Creole, that's free lining is one of my favorite ways to catch fish. Guys, gals, I've got to run. I got to go all the way to Shelby to my mother-in-law's house. Something's going on. God bless y'all. Hate to run, but we out of here. Got a family emergency. Say bye.